So once again, it is Loot Crate time. But this month we have a special change to the program here. I've been hearing for a long time about this other comparative mail order product that's like Loot Crate called Nerdblock. I'm honestly not sure which came first. I'm pretty sure it's Loot Crate, but I thought I'd give it a try, and we're going to do a comparison, see what they have. I've heard a lot of good things about Loot Crate this month, so I don't know if they're going to be able to top it or not, but we'll take a look. I will say the neat thing about Nerdblock is that they have multiple subscription options. You have a basic Nerdblock, which is the same roughly as a Loot Crate. It has a whole bunch of things. There's an arcade block, which is video games. Horror block, which is all horror stuff, movies and things like that. And Nerdblock Junior, which is for kids. And I've done a lot of research looking at unboxings online so I can get an idea of what we're going to see. And hopefully it will be good. So we shall start, I think, with the Loot Crate because that's what I always am used to doing. So, smaller, thin box this month. This month's theme is retro, or rewind. Rewind. I've already seen one thing that I love, the t-shirt, but we'll go from there. First thing we have, sunglasses, Loot Crate branded, of course. Vaguely fit over my regular glasses, so that's not too bad. Our usual Loot Crate pin. Can't tell, I'm trying to go a little quicker because I have two boxes to get through. I'm pretty sure from what I've heard this is a necktie, so let's see what we've got. Yes, indeed, it is a necktie. It has all uniform pattern on it. It's a nice thin tie, and this is the pattern we see. It looks to me like Space Invaders, or at least something vaguely like Space Invaders, if not. So that's kind of neat. It's nice silk. It's very nice, actually. So it looks like an original Nintendo video game cartridge in a box and everything. On the inside, we have, it looks like another, it actually looks like a Nintendo cartridge on the front. You can see that, what does it say? Corbin's Alley, which I do know this reference, I'm very happy. The Fifth Element, that is what this is from. But there's something else in here. What is it? What is it? So we got a zapper and a couple of hands and feet. This is freaking awesome. Alright, so this is what he looks like all put together. That is definitely going on the shelf. I love this. So I've told you I love t-shirts and I like figures. I got a t-shirt and a figure this time, so he is a badass winner. So we got another comic notebook. It's got a nice basic cover, and it is just for you to make your own comic book. It's got the panels and everything built in, some suggestions as well as little cutouts in the back to help you make speech bubbles and whatnot and ideas for things. So useless for me, to be quite honest, but cool nonetheless. The other thing I heard about, a Star Wars Loot Crate original cover. So that is pretty neat. No game codes or anything this month, so sorry, you guys are going to miss out on that. And of course the Rewind book comes with it. I like, oh, that's neat. It's got a little punch out thing in the back here. Could be a original NES controller. At least it looks like it. Doesn't say NES on it because that would probably cost them money to be able to print something that said Nintendo on it. Oh. So I can see the outside looks like a Nintendo. And if I'm right about this, I bet I can fold it out and turn it into a Nintendo. Alright, so now we have our Loot Crate Nintendo. Which I think is kind of fascinating because I've also picked up the Nerdblock arcade block, which isn't going to be coming in for about another week or two. But their boxes are all standard for Nerdblock, and so that's one thing that Loot Crate definitely has up on them. Every month they have something interesting about their boxes. But the arcade block looks like a Nintendo. So far, we still have the t-shirt. And this is an amazing t-shirt. I'm not going to lie, I just got a peek. And we have Voltron. This is awesome. So it's kind of done up like a schematic, and I love this t-shirt. Voltron was one of my favorites as a kid, more so than Transformers, honestly, or anything else, because it seemed more real. It was a little less hokey. But that is also because I didn't realize at the time it's an anime, and they're always a little bit more serious. Well, okay, not always, but they're if they're not meant to be serious, they're very obviously not serious, and vice versa. So, take these off, and we will move on to Nerdblock. So, here's the box for Nerdblock. Something immediately I noticed that I don't like about it is on the outside of the box, it has listed items on the inside with a price associated with them for insurance purposes. So if you take a quick peek at it, you can see roughly what's in there and what the value is. So according to this, the basic value is $18 Canadian for insurance purposes, which means that is about, I don't know, it's a couple dollars less than that in American. So I spent $30 on this box, including shipping, and I know right off the bat how much it's worth. We all know that how much you spend on something and how much you appreciate it isn't always going to be the same thing. I could spend $5 on something and love it, or I could spend $50 on something and not be happy with it, and it's not going to be worth the same amount. We have a t-shirt in here. There's a t-shirt in there every month. So that is the first thing we're going to say. First, we have a pen and bookmark. Lord of the Rings. So we have our holographic Bilbo bookmark. And Sting. Now it says it said pen. Oh, there we go. Okay. The end comes off, and there is Sting. That is pretty cool. I like that. Not going to ever use it. It will go on the shelf with all my other badass little things right next to my little Nintendo thing. So far I'm liking this. Regularly there seems to be little plushies, and here is another plushie. Can you guess who this is? The cat that has taken the internet by storm. I am Grumpy Cat. Meh. No, the mail was from him. I think this is cute. My wife and daughter will love him. Him, or is it a her? I forgot. Because I know his Grumpy Cat's real name is Tard, which is short for tartar sauce. Star Wars Episode 4 Empire Strikes Back. I mean, you can see it looks like a film strip with a picture there. I mean, I suppose it could be from that, but I don't know. I mean, if that is what that is, that's amazing. And the fact that they'd be giving these out is just unthinkable. I mean, if this was actually authentic, I would assume it would be worth like thousands of dollars. So that's why I assume that it has to be a remake of some sort. But even if it is, that's really neat. Really? So, elf ears. I'm assuming that they are... oh, Nerdblock exclusive, of course. I'm assuming that they're a latex elf ear that you can put on. I would say one size fits all, but it doesn't look... I mean, it says adult novelty, so you know it's not going to be that high a quality. Okay, I'm a costumer to a degree, and I've worked with latex prosthetics. So, I mean, these might be interesting, they might be worth it, but it's cute. This Premier Cell collectible is a genuine official product from the Trendsetters Limited. Each collectible is hand-assembled and contains one scene from the movie captured on authentic 35mm scope film. So, Office Decision Maker. It's supposed to be like a dartboard. So, should I do this? Yes. No. Take a break. Watch YouTube. Maybe. Organize my work area, work ahead, learn something new. Do it today, Google something, take tomorrow off, pretend to work, go to Facebook. You think go on Facebook would be bigger. I mean, that seems like something you should do all the time. You know, I missed what the theme was, so I didn't even know that this was supposed to be a galaxy far, far away, so this all makes a lot more sense now, to a degree, except for the Lord of the Rings. How is that a galaxy far, far away? That's inconsistent, but I like that product the most so far. Next we have another comic book. So, Star Trek. Goes with Galaxy Far, Far Away as you get the eternal, well, reflection of my camera, obviously, when I can see it there, but there we go. On the back, it's really neat. You got the Garbage Pail Kids. That's very 80s appropriate to a Star Trek comic. So I have no idea what this is. Scatterbrains, easy, sticky, deranged darts. I don't I don't know. Alright, so it's these little looking dart guys. You take the tip off and it's sticky, so it will stick to a wall or something. No, sorry, not really feeling this. I mean, it's cute and it's neat, but no, sorry. That was a fail for me. So all that leaves, I mean, it does have it where you can like buy a gun or something that you can put him in and be like, bang, but what the hell does that have to do with a galaxy far, far away? If that's the theme, they fucked up. No offense, but they really did. Alright, let's hope that their t-shirt is better. I've seen a lightsaber on it, I don't know what that means though. Oh nope, sorry. Don't hate me, it's a sonic screwdriver. Admit it, if you cut off the ends, sometimes a sonic screwdriver looks just like a lightsaber. So, sonic screwdriver. Doctor recommended, countless uses in time and space. Now, I myself am not a huge Doctor Who fan. I don't have anything against it, I've watched it and I've liked it, but I'm not a Whovian. I really am not. But at least I know a sonic screwdriver is Doctor Who. So that's kind of neat. It's definitely not as much of a winner for me as the other t-shirt, but I'm a retro person. I like that type of stuff. So when it comes down to winners and losers, what do we have? T-shirt versus t-shirt? Sorry, Voltron wins versus the Doctor. Got a necktie. Necktie's kind of neat. Oh, and this guy is just so fantastic. Oh my god. But on this side, the neat things we have the sword. Sorry, it's a dagger actually. Sting was a dagger. Grumpy Cat, and this Star Wars production cell. These are the winners on this side. These beat out the t-shirt for me. So conversely, on the Loot Crate side, I'm really happy with the figure and the t-shirt. So I'm gonna have to give this month's to Loot Crate, unfortunately. I mean, and I say unfortunately because Nerdblock is way more expensive than Loot Crate is. After shipping, Loot Crate is $20, unless you get one of the deals where you do 3, 6 months, whatever. Nerdblock is $30, and I know part of that is the inflated cost because it's shipping from Canada. But at the same time, I don't know, you'd think for a more expensive product I'd be getting better stuff from Nerdblock, but Loot Crate seems to be more focused in what I want at this point, at least for this month. So we're going to try it a couple more months, we'll see, and if I see a very distinct preference towards one or the other, I will probably discontinue the other. But I'm also very much interested in seeing what the arcade block is going to be like. I've seen a few of those and those look amazing, and I'm a video gamer big time, so... So tell me what you think. Who do you think won? Was it Nerdblock or was it Loot Crate? If there's a Whovian out there watching, it's probably Nerdblock just because t-shirts are awesome. It's also got the Star Wars stuff, and one of the problems I see with Nerdblock is the theme was inconsistent. Again, galaxy far, far away. Galaxy far, far away. Lord of the Rings. No. Grumpy Cat. What the fuck? No. Retarded guys that stick to the wall. There were two... elf ears. No. You got the Star Trek comic. You got a dartboard that looks like space. You've got this. And you got the t-shirt. So those all fit, but that's only half the box fits the theme appropriately. So that is part of the reason I think that this is not as good a product this month. For a more expensive thing, that just pisses me off, to be honest. So, anyways, to reiterate, I will stop rambling. Loot Crate, winner. So, yes, we will see you again here real soon. I've been sick like this entire last month and a half. Hence my not doing many videos or anything. I have a lot in mind I want to do. And so we'll see if I can find the time and effort to want to put into them. So we'll see you here real soon next month for our next Versus battle.